Yay, peeps! How you all doing out there on the worldwide wobbly wonderful? Happy 2020 to you all. We survived, yes, and thrived indeed at this time of the eclipses happening here on planet Earth. Yes, so how's it been? Lyric Elle here with you for the insight of the full moon in Cancer reading. Yay! Okay, let's move over a little bit, shall we? Okay, so we have the sun currently in Capricorn and we have the moon entering Cancer. Well, it's in Cancer right now, but there will be a full moon in Cancer as we have every year. But this year it's at 20 degrees and this year it's an eclipse. So the earth is in the middle and the sun will eclipse the moon. And so our feelings will be getting a revamp and a reboot. And with Cancer being a cardinal sign, which is one who initiates, it initiates family life, home life, anything to do really with social issues. Also our body, how we look after ourselves, how we nurture and care for ourselves. We'll be looking at these areas very closely, and I'll be going through the houses of where each sign will be feeling this emotion of eclipsed emotion within their own chart and within their own vibration. So see where it is in your chart basically, which is Cancer at 20 degrees. Okay, so full moon in Cancer. So we have the North Node in Cancer also urging us to be more caring with each other, urging us to be more self-sufficient and more inspirational for our own selves. This is currently at 7 degrees, and 7 is usually the number of meditation, thinking within self, the human being, the whole of the human being, thinking about how it operates in the world around it, or in the world that it's in. So we have family, we have cardinality, we have a jump start to viewing how we're going to move forward with our future. We're going to be looking to see what's been planted and what's been sown from June 2018 when the North Node went into Cancer and the South Node went into Capricorn. And the North Node will be going into Gemini in around about May time. So this is like one of our last major episodes with Cancer here. Okay, so let's see. So anybody who's got planets between 20 and 28 degrees, I would say, of a cardinal sign. The cardinal signs are Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra and Aries. If you've got any planets in those, you may be feeling this emotional upheaval more strongly than others, than somebody maybe who've got more planets in Leo or in a different sign, let's say. Okay, so let's have a look at where all the energies are right now. Right now. Get me googs on. Okay, so the earth signs may benefit more due to it being an earth sign that the sun is currently in, and where Jupiter currently is, also where Saturn and Pluto are. So the earth signs may benefit from a new beginning, seeing more positive energy within their surroundings and how they direct their self. We also have Uranus helping with this, and kissing Jupiter, I say. And so that's bringing exuberance and the will to change, the vibration to want to change, to make changes in your life that will benefit you more constructively. We also have this Saturn-Pluto conjunction. That's not happening until the 12th of January. So that's 2 days after this full moon in Cancer. However, the full moon usually lasts for 3 days. So it's all within that spectrum of time that we will have the fullness of Saturn and Pluto in opposition to this moon in Cancer, because Saturn and Pluto are currently in Capricorn. So we'll see in power and destructive elements around us, around the world, people's needs for power, people grasping, and I think it's like a big showdown will be happening, as we're seeing currently within our news and within our countries around the globe. So our feelings will be showing us things that we haven't really felt for many a year, and things will come to a head so a new time can begin. So Saturn rules Capricorn, so that's where the sun currently is, and it's sitting with the South Node, Pluto, and Mercury. Okay, so Saturn being our ruler of ourself, how we rule ourselves, how we rule others, how we rule our relationships. Capricorn's to do with work and structures, foundation. And so things will be shifting with this Saturn Pluto element of government, and also the governing of ourselves and how we see ourselves. We'll be having lots of transformational energy at this time. Okay, so Pluto also is in Capricorn right now, and it's been in Capricorn since 2008, and it's there till 2023. So, and then it'll be moving into Aquarius, so there'll be more looking at how groups can work together. There'll be a reorganization of groups, people coming together with the same intention, same output that they want to see for their future. And so we'll be coming slowly into that energy around about 2023, but we're moving it from now, basically. Okay, so the moon will be opposite Capricorn and Mercury, and the sun and Pluto. It's a lot of hard hitting right there that we may be vibrating on our moons or on our Cancer part of our charts. Our very self, our very structure, how we nurture ourselves, maybe a little bit disrupted, but at least it's showing us the way forward of what we need to do to nurture ourselves. We'll have had clear signs of the way that we intend to go in 2020. Yeah, that's right, 2020, keep it going. So this full moon will be happening at 7:21 in London, England, and this is where we'll start to see the Earth's placement in this vibration of the full moon in Cancer. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Okay, so we have the sun and moon in Capricorn, the south node also, Mercury in Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto. We have the north node and Cancer in opposition. We have Venus in Aquarius right now, and Mars has moved into Sagittarius. So we're all looking at the bigger picture. We all want to look at the bigger picture of our lives, and we're going to have the energy to do so. And we have Uranus in Taurus. Uranus, the planet of change and disruption, which is and Taurus being an earth sign. So we've seen a lot of change and disruption in our earth planet right now, all around the globe, different countries. And so Uranus has come to a standstill, and we'll be moving forward a day after this sun and moon conjunction, full moon in Cancer. So Uranus will be moving forward, giving us more inspiration of how we look after ourselves, how we look after the earth, and see where that Taurus is in your chart, to see where great changes can happen within yourself and how you can combine with groups to make change go in a way which will be beneficial for the majority and not the few. Okay, so what else? So we should feel renewed energy as Uranus moves forward, and gain some strength within ourselves, and gain some knowing that we can direct our lives if we look clearly at where we're going. Okay, let's see what else I've written for this time. Okay. Yeah, so as this Saturn-Pluto conjunction comes together on the 12th, all our feelings will be on show. We won't be able to hide our feelings. We'll want to express our feelings, in fact, and hope we can express them in a way that's beneficial for all and not too explosive, though that may happen also. Explosives energies around at this time. Let's learn how to use it in the best manner. We can use it to declutter our space. We can use it to make different arrangements that gives us more ease within ourselves. There's plenty of ways to use powerful energies. Okay, let's have a look at time passages for a second and see what the planets are saying currently to us. Okay, so today's chart, we have the sun conjunct Mercury. So the sun is currently at 18 degrees and Mercury is at 18 degrees, both in Capricorn. Okay. So sun conjunct Mercury. The sun is the planet of vitality and Mercury is the planet of communication. With the sun conjunct Mercury, there is a light shining on all mental processes. This is a good time to promote ideas or schedule a vital meeting or conversation. Negotiation and contracts are favoured. The written word also benefits. So this is a good day for talking with other people, catching up, meeting, promoting ideas, as it says. Then we have the Sun, strong sextile with Neptune, because Neptune's 18 degrees in Pisces. Okay, the Sun is the planet of vitality, and Neptune is the planet of sympathy and faith. With the Sun conjunct Neptune, there's a light shining on the world of imagination and spirituality. A sense of psychic attunement leads to peaceful feelings towards others around you. There is some potential for over-idealism to the point of deception. This is an opportune time to extend compassion and charity to someone in need. Okay, so we can give, but sometimes we can overgive. So we need to have a look at that around about this time and this week, I would say. We also have the moon sextile Uranus. So the moon's currently 2 degrees at Cancer, and Uranus is in Taurus at 2 degrees. The moon symbolizes instinctive awareness, and Uranus is the planet of revolution and enlightenment. With the moon trine or sextile Uranus, there's cooperation between emotions and insight, with also some slight potential for emotional instability. Erratic behavior or mood swings might be possible. There is also the potential to experience an emotional awakening or a sudden turn of events that allows a breakthrough. Usually where there's chaos, there's obviously a new order coming into place. And so with Uranus bringing a lot of change and erraticism maybe, and with the moon being the conductor of our moods and mood swings. So, but we can experience an emotional awakening or sudden turn of events. And we also have the moon in strong square with Chiron. The moon symbolizes instinctive awareness, and Chiron, called the wounded healer, is the planet of healing and acknowledgement of concealed trauma. With the moon square or opposite Chiron, there is a potential conflict between emotions and deep healing. Everyone can more easily tune into their deeper issues today and might react to where they have suffered trauma from long buried past events. It is also true that profound healing is eventually possible, but it must begin with acceptance of what is there. If we are having traumatic feelings within ourselves, it's good to actually face them and uncover what is actually pushing that button. Get to the bottom of it, as they say. That's right. Cancer rules the stomach there, the bottom. And also this full moon will go into Leo. So this emotion and this energy will reach our heart area, because that's where Leo rules within us. Okay, we also have at this time Mercury in strong sextile with Neptune. Mercury is the planet of communication. Neptune is the planet of inspiration and faith. With Mercury trine or sextile Neptune, everyone's mind is filled with imagination, prone to fantasy. This is an excellent time to enjoy music, poetry, or writing or fiction. You might also find it a good day to get in touch with your intuitive side. This is probably not the best day to make an important decision. Okay, so. Okay, and then we have Saturn in strong conjunction with Pluto, and this is going to get closer because it's actually happening on the 12th of January, but the full moon is happening on the 10th of January. So Saturn in strong conjunction with Pluto. Pluto is the planet of restriction and structure, while Pluto, let me start again. Saturn is the planet of restriction and structure, while Pluto is the planet of transformation. With Saturn conjunct Pluto, there is a need to admit limitations, along with allowing the expression of power that struggles against them. It is a time of learning to live with constraint and to accept loss. It helps to recognize that instead of fighting our shackles, acknowledging them and giving them their due might be the only way to have them disappear. So if we feel all bound up and all tied up, we need to get to the root, speak it out, speak with faith and speak with trust of your own self. Because this is what Cancer rules, doesn't it? It speaks with, it's your own self, your body, the whole of your body. You want your body to be working as well as possible at this time, at all times basically, right? So it's a good time to speak up and speak your true feelings to yourself, to others around you, to people you care about, people you know, people you meet just today. That's right. And to keep your body going as well as you can. Okay, sweeties? Okay, let's have a draw for the card, shall we? Okay, so we have Cancer. You have this first house of this eclipse. And the first house will be a renewing of the whole self, finding new directions in which to go, and seeing how your seeds have come to fruition at this time. And the card for you is simplifying your life. That's right, new times come to a fullness. Okay, I cherish the simple pleasures of a life. So that's for you there, Cancer, the first house of this eclipse. Moon in Cancer, full moon, lunar eclipse, 20 degrees. If you simplify your life, things will be much clearer. That's right. Okay, Leo, you have the 12th house of dreams and intuition. So there'll be some changes there happening for you. You have the sun currently in your 6th house. And you have the card opening to love. My heart is open. Well done, Leo. You're going to have some of that full moon energy in your sign also during this 3-day combination. So have an open heart for your dreams, ambitions, goals. Okay, Leos? Right, Virgo, you have the 11th house of groups and what else? High thinking, merging with others, new initiations. There you go. There you go. And the card for you is expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. There you go with the eclipse. Let's be open, accepting. We need to have empty hands to receive more, right? Okay, there you go, Virgo, the 11th house. Libra, you have the 10th house, top of the chart. And so there'll be changes there in your work environment, what you strive for. You might have new ambitions coming your way. And it says, cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Indeed, it is there. Libra in the 10th house, top of the chart. Love, you've worked very hard. And the fullness is coming into effect at this time. Okay, Scorpio, you have the 9th house of higher learning, overseas traveling, expansion of all sorts. And the card that flipped over for you, well, there is 2 actually, okay. Renewing your life, radiant vitality is filling my life, and following your bliss. My soul sings with joy. And that's for you there, Scorpios. Yeah, in the 9th house. Okay, Sagittarius, you have the 8th house of other people's resources, soul messages, and deep feelings, sharing with others. And the card for you is listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Indeed you do. There, Sagittarius in the 8th house of deep knowledge and feelings. And you have the sun in your 2nd house of personal finances, values, how we're valuing ourselves right now. Great time for upliftment. Okay, Capricorn, you have the 7th house of this lunar eclipse, which is the house of relationships, one-to-one partnerships, family and resources, I would say also. The card for you, Capricorn, okay. 2 cards came for you. And you have exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. There you go, Capricorn. The 1st house of the sun and the 7th house of this lunar eclipse. And it says, receiving from angels, shimmering wings of angels, embrace me with love. Amazing. There you go, Capricorn. You've done really well All that motion happening with the Saturn Pluto, yeah? A new life awaits there, Capricorn. Okay, then we have Aquarius. You have the 6th house of day-to-day chores, day-to-day conversations, everyday habits. So there'll be a culmination happening there for you, Aquarius. It's also work placements and new directions in work may be happening for you, Aquarius. And the card for you is Revealing Radiance. My light illuminates the world. Indeed it does, Aquarius. As we come into the time of Aquarius, I would say. We're definitely striving our way towards that with the planets. With Uranus currently being in Taurus. Uranus, your ruler, wanting to make changes in the earth with how we live. Forward thinking. So you've got the 6th house of change there. Everyday matters. Okay, Pisces, you have the 5th house of children, love and romance, hobbies, things that you like to do. As for you, Pisces, you have the 5th house of this lunar eclipse. And you have the sun in the 11th house of groups. And so yours is igniting courage. I am strong, valiant, and courageous. Indeed you are there, Pisces, in the 5th house of joys and pleasures. Maybe your joys and pleasures are coming to a change, forming a new direction, coming to a fullness, closures. Okay, and you've got the sun in the 11th house, so there'll be lots of other new groups awaiting. Okay. Aries, you have the 4th house of home and family, and also the body, how we look after ourselves. There'll be new ways coming to initiate there. And you have dwelling in truth. I stand in the light of truth. There you go, Aries, a very truthful sign. In the 4th house there, you have the sun in the 10th house. You'll be looking at where your career is heading and which way you want to have it go forward. Okay there, Aries. Taurus, you have the 3rd house of communication, neighbors, friends, and siblings. So there'll be culmination, new beginnings happening there for you, Taurus. You have the sun in the 9th house of higher learning. So you may go back and see what else you can learn, add to your bow. And the card for you is looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. Indeed it is there in the 9th house. Faraway places, higher learning, looking for newness. And the 3rd house of this eclipse is new friends arriving, making stronger bonds with the people that you have already. Okay, changes are coming. Okay, Gemini, you have the 2nd house of this eclipse. So there'll be a culmination, a closing, a new way forward of how you use your own personal money, finances, how you value yourself and others. There in the 2nd house, but it's mainly about the self, how we value ourselves. And you've got the sun in the 8th house of other people's plans, resources, business deals, and so there'll be a light shining on that area for you. Okay, so there'll be a new way of how you value yourself and how you look after yourself. And the card for you is Mending Bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. And there you go, Gemini. Okay, in the 2nd house. And the card for all of us on this beautiful, beautiful eclipse corridor that we've been in, because we did have the solar eclipse there around about the 26th of December. Oops, and now we are having the lunar eclipse. We'll be looking at our feelings and indeed accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. That's right, the moon's our thoughts, our inside guidance, our inside solars. The card at the bottom of the deck, interesting. Healing the past. Cancer deals with the past, deals a lot with healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. How beautiful and how amazing. So it'd be good to look at what you want to bring and draw into your life, what you want to attract at this time, and erase which you wish to let go of. Okay, sweeties, thank you very much for joining me at this lunar eclipse, something we haven't seen for about 500 years with all these planets in Capricorn also. So there's going to be great changes within business structures, finances, ruling classes. Anybody who's in great authority, is going to be a bit of a jig around, and a new time will be approaching, no doubt. So use that cardinality energy of Cancer and keep it going. Okay, my sweeties. Love you muches. Speak soon.